Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. A woman received a phone call from some kidnappers. They said to her, "If you don't promise to give us $100,000, we promise that we will kidnap your husband." The poor woman replied to them slowly but positively. She says, "I'm afraid I can't promise you $100,000, but I hope you promise to keep your end of the bargain." Laughter is a medicine, and it is good for the soul. Laughter is a powerful antidote that comes against stress, pain, and conflict. Laughter works more fast and is more dependable than anything that we could probably ever take over the counter. It brings our mind and our bodies into balance. Nothing more than a good laugh, as you have just experienced. It lightens our burdens, it inspires us, it takes us into a whole nother place. Humor, it is infectious. There's nothing more than the sound of a roaring laughter that is more contagious than a cough, a sneeze, or even perhaps a sniffle. Laughter is like a medicine. It is essential that we take it in each and every day. It not only makes us feel better, but it brings healing and health to our entire being. King Solomon wrote, "A happy heart is good like a medicine, and a cheerful mind works healing." The benefits of laughter can be divided into three possible benefits. The first is physical benefits. The second is emotional or mental benefits. And lastly, social benefits. Benefits of laughter, first of all, can be physical. It helps to relieve stress. It helps to bring us into a place of peace, of rest, that perhaps we were not in before. Laughter, when we laugh, it allows us to relax. All of our muscles, probably after we've had a good laugh, can continue into a relaxed mode for about 45 minutes or so. During laughter, we stretch our muscles, we stretch the muscles in our body and in our face. It increases our pulse, it raises our blood pressure. It allows us to be a part of something better than what we've experienced before. It sends oxygen to various parts of our bodies. Laughter also boosts our immune system. It decreases the stressful toxins in our body. As we laugh, it increases our immune cells and also allows our immune system to function more effectively, therefore relieving us of disease. In addition, laughter protects our heart by improving the function of blood vessels, as well as increased blood flow to protect our heart. It has been noted that those that laugh are at a 40% chance less of having a heart attack than those that don't laugh at all. Researchers have found mental benefits as well as physical benefits that include adding zeal and zest to our life. It relieves stress, it improves our mood, and it increases our resilience. Not only does laughter benefit us physically as well as mentally, but also socially as well. It allows us to be in contact with one another, to socialize with one another, to laugh and to bring a positive bond that helps us in overcoming distress and discouragement. A doctor tells of how a patient that he's treating for severe fibromyalgia is suffering with a lot of pain. She comes into his office every so often, and it is always noted that she's depressed. She spends hours of the day in her bed alone with no hope. Upon one visit, he specifically asked her, he said, "How long has it been since you've had a real good, hearty laugh?" She looked at him and she thought for a moment. She says, "You know, it's been at least 30 years since I've had a real good hearty laugh. He said, I have something for you. My next prescription to you will be, is for you to find all the funny books that you can and read them. Check out and look at all the funny movies that you can find and laugh and laugh and laugh. She took his advice. She went home. She began to read funny books. She began to look at funny television programs, and her whole attitude began to change. She noticed that the pain was not as severe as it had been. She had a new outlook on life. She began to socialize with others. As she went back for her 3-month checkup, the doctor immediately noticed that there was a change in her. There was a smile on her face. There was a quickness in her step. There was a sparkle in her eye. She understood what the doctor was trying to say to her in her laughter. So as we began to go on, he said, here it is. So she began to just go ahead, instead of sitting around, instead of feeling sorry for herself, she took a whole outlook on life and she began to continue to laugh. It has been documented that children laugh about 300 to 400 times a day. It is also noted, however, that adults in reaching the age of about 35 laugh only about 15 times a day. So what has happened to our laughter, and how can we get it back? Well, LaJean, I'm so glad you asked. If you want to laugh more, if you want to add humor to your life, I would suggest watching a funny movie or a television show. Go to a comedy club. Sit around with your friends and act silly for a day. Do something fun. Take time to do fun activities. I have found laughter to be very positive in my personal life. When I'm feeling overwhelmed or even discouraged, there are times I'll turn on the television and watch America's Home Funny Videos. I'll engage in an activity with my husband or play around with my puppy. One of the best things that I've learned, and even in my nursing career, that gets me going, that riles me up, that brings me such peace, is hearing the laughter of a child. It is so innocent. It is so full of life. It is something about children that bring life to you. In closing, it is very, very important for you to know the importance of laughter in your life, physically, mentally, as well as socially. Humor takes you into a whole different place. It relieves you of the stress, the pain, and the conflict that sometimes we experience on a daily basis. Laughter is something that you can take as often as you want. And so my prescription to you tonight is to laugh every day, 3 times a day. Not just a chuckle, but a deep belly laugh that takes you far away, that takes you to a place of fulfillment, a place of peace, a place that you can invite others to come and share with them as well. So today, I suggest to you, take your medicine.